Hey family, what's good? This is your girl and the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Before we get into this video, I want to remind you guys about my book. Be sure to check it out. If you love my strawberry letters, you will love the book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. It's on CreateSpace, Amazon, and also available in Kindle format. And also I want you guys to come on out and have lunch with me on Saturday, August the 1st at the B Loft here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm bringing along author of the book God Where's My Boaz, Stefan Labossiere. There's going to be amazing food. There's going to be giveaways. Tons of amazing sponsors have just come on board. I don't want to give everything away, but you definitely do not want to miss it. I will be sure to link my website below where you can still get your tickets. And without any further ado, let's go get them. So I'm happily married. My husband and I have been married for 4 years in July. Like any marriage, we've had our ups and downs, but because we believe in Christ, we have grown through those times. Here's the issue. When we were still getting to know one another, he told me that he had a female best friend. Her and her family were very important to him, and she was actually the first person to introduce him to Christ. I asked him flat out if they ever slept together or anything like that, and he said no. He explained to me that her husband was actually her first, and that she felt that she had to marry him because they had sex before marriage. I believed him, and because up until that point I had no reason not to. However, at the time, I too had a best friend who was the opposite sex, but he was my first, and I let him know that. He had given me the password to his email for whatever reason, I can't remember why. At the time, his ex was communicating with him, so I decided to snoop. Yes, I know that I was wrong. To be completely honest, I was not even looking at the best friend, I was looking at the communications he had with his ex. But there was an email from the best friend, and the subject line caught my eye, so I peeked, and ooh, did I get an eye full. This married Christian woman had sent my then boyfriend naked pics. This was the first real relationship, and I was 26 or 27 at the time. When I looked at the date of the emails, they were sent shortly before he told me that he told her that he was looking for engagement rings. I was hot. So I called him, and before I started the convo, I apologized for snooping, and then I proceeded to ask him what was going on. Being a woman who had a male best friend with a prior sexual history, I knew a couple of things. Number one, that if we were going to be friends, I had to make it clear that there was a strict line that divided the two of us. Two, no funny business, no flirting, and none of that mess. Number two, if at any time I decided that I wanted more than friendship, I could make that happen. Let's just be honest. Okay. Plus, we are no longer friends. Anyway, in my mind, she was making territory, because why would this... she was invading territory, I think that's what she's trying to say. Because why would this married Christian woman just out of the blue send him naked pics? But he reassured me that they never slept together. She had done nothing like this before, and that he deleted the emails off of his phone, but they weren't deleted off of his computer. I didn't feel comfortable with that, so I started snooping. I have to summarize it from there. The wife still didn't feel comfortable with that, so she started snooping in all throughout his email, and she ended up finding old emails that they had exchanged back and forth, and that they were in fact sleeping together in the past. So one day the wife is riding along with her husband in the car, and his phone is on car mode. So the phone rings and you can hear it, and the person just picks up. Kind of find out it's the best friend. Her husband went to show her something on his phone once, and again a text comes through. It's the best friend. The wife says that she's a very confident woman. She's definitely not the jealous type, but she can't get over a situation that her husband lied to her, and the best friend is just too into their situation, and she wants to know, what should she do? It is late, okay? It is late, and it's darn near in the middle of the night. That's why the lighting looks crazy, but I had to come in here and do your particular strawberry letter. This is some foolishness, okay? Unadulterated foolishness. There's a lot that I want to talk about in your particular letter. Your husband is a liar. And it's sad that I have to be that blunt, because you have caught him in so many lies. He's one of these types of guys that even if you catch him red-handed, he will deny. So kind of find out she didn't marry old boy because he was her first, because the writer's husband was the first. So he's still keeping up in contact with her. She's still calling, they're still texting, they're still communicating. And then the writer, you have to find all this out. He wasn't even honest enough or man enough to finally tell you the truth. I feel like as long as you don't find out, he will never tell you. You built a marriage on quicksand. There is no firm foundation here. And a house divided against itself will not stand. The Bible talks about staying away from even the appearance of evil. I don't care if you don't feel anything for her, even though I'm not even sure that's the case. And I got so much I want to say to you. I know you said that you're confident. In the letter you talk about how confident you are and how you're not threatened, and if you could get back with your ex, you know you can just easily make that move if that's what you wanted to do and all that. You sound very confident, but don't get too confident. Okay, now you came to me because you wanted me to keep it real, and trust me, I will be keeping it funky. She don't have to be prettier than you. She don't have to be prettier than you. Her body doesn't have to be better than yours. She don't have to be smarter, cuter, any of that. All she has to be is somebody that he wants. So don't look at her and be like, he wouldn't want her. Like, don't underestimate the homely type. If she homely, I'm just saying, like, you dismissed her like he couldn't possibly want her. How do you know? He's still holding on to naked pics of hers from 2009. And then I feel like he got you with the okie doke when he coming to you talking about, I deleted the pictures off my phone, but the pictures wasn't deleted off the computer. And that's why they were still there. You said you went in his email and you found all kind of old emails. Like there's still a connection there. Do you have old emails from 2009? Do you? How believable is that excuse? I honestly believe that they still have feelings for each other. And I'm sorry to break that news to you. I don't know why she ended up marrying the other guy. But there's more to it than that. And to me, the fact that they were so cozy with each other and that they were both willing to keep this lie from you, I can only wonder what else there is that he's not telling you. He's somebody who believes in lying by omission. And he doesn't even care about how it looks. Because to me, once I tell you that, you know what, I don't like the way it's looking between you and old girl, if you don't nip that in the bud, buddy, we got a problem. I'm not wifey, I'm wife. The whole idea of you going to him and apologizing for snooping, what? That's something I would never do. I'm your wife. You best believe I should have access to everything. Like, we share a marital bed. We share a life. We share children. I should be able to share your doggone password. Absolutely. If you have nothing to hide, what's the problem? He's only tight because you busted him. You ain't sleeping with no phone under the pillow around here, homeboy. Like, absolutely not. Like, this is rich. Like, this is enough to have me in here filming a strawberry letter at, girl, what time is it, honey? 1:05, darling. That's how mad I was on this particular one. Something's going on between the two of them. I don't care how she looks. I don't care how much better you know that you are than him. I don't care if you think you're a better catch. Like I said, all she has to be is what he wants. And I feel like there's something there. Because to me, a woman who is very confident, pursuing or still trying to be in contact with my husband, knowing what it's doing to my marriage, I don't trust her. He can't seem to cut that relationship off. You were forthright and honest with him about you being intimate with your male best friend. And he lied and lied and lied until he got caught. He's so concerned about being able to maintain that contact. Like, you don't see that as a problem? I don't care how much cuter you are than her. He can't seem to cut off communication with her. That's a problem. It's not like you're running around picking out all his homies. But this homie right here? Nah, she would have to go. Get you some new friends. Forget what Drake told y'all. Yeah, new friends. We need some new friends around here. Friends that you haven't been intimate with. Friends that you don't have naked pics up. I don't believe that. I can't believe you. No, tell me you didn't fall for that. Tell me you didn't fall for the old, I deleted it off my phone. But see what had happened was, girl, from 2009. Okay. The brother is slick. And I'm not sure, and I'm going to be really blunt with you right now, only because of the fact that you wrote me and you asked me for honesty, and I promised you that I would give it to you. I'm not sure if, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I have to be honest. I'm not sure if he married you as his second choice. If he married you because she was already married. I'm not sure. But I don't trust that relationship that they have. There's a lot more to it. Because any man that would lie to his wife about some friendship with some girl, like it's something, no, he wouldn't risk his marriage for somebody that meant nothing to him. He wants to keep contact with her. You're in the car with him and your phone rings. You said he hurried up to get her off the phone, so she probably wouldn't say anything. The phone's on car mode. Who are you talking to that you can't talk to in front of me? If it's legit, if it's platonic, then why couldn't they just talk while you were sitting there in the car? You said he hurried to get her off the phone. You knew what clues to put in the letter to tell me. If it looked bad enough for you to want to tell me about it, you the wife, how does it look to you? Like I said, the Bible talks about staying away from even the appearance of evil. Lies are often, the truth is often seen and not heard. I don't care what he said. What did you see, honey? What do you feel in your gut? So many times we ignore our woman's intuition and that little subtle whisper. See, God will whisper in your ear quietly. But you be treating it like a mosquito, like, ooh. And then it gets louder and louder and louder till you have no choice. Do you really have to bust him red-handed to know this situation with him and old girl ain't right? As the old folks say, something in the milk ain't clean. So if you're looking for closure, he's one of those types that'll never give it to you. He could literally be in the bed with the chick and still say he ain't touched her. That he never touched her, and be right there. Like, he's one of those types. You're not going to get closure. You're not going to get the truth. You won't get anything that you don't find out for yourself. So unless you're willing to be Magnum PI, unless you're willing to have your Cagney and Lacey on, and you're ready to be a detective all your life, you're going to be checking callers for lipstick and checking his phone. Unless you want to live like that, this is always going to be an issue. This is a trust issue. And it's not something that, it's not just that this happened in the past, because you could get past that, but it's ongoing. He is continuing to disrespect you. The fact that you let him know that it bothered you, that he lied and lied and lied about his relationship with this other woman, and he still maintains the relationship like he can't seem to let her go. There is a problem here. What you mean you can't let her go? The only person who you should be making sure is okay in a situation is me. Whatever it is that you needed to get clarity, whatever it is that you needed to get over the situation, he should give it to you. And if that means he has to end the relationship with old girl, he should gladly sacrifice that relationship, because you are the one that he chose. You are his wife. There aren't a whole lot of people on the list that he can say, have that kind of power. But if you say as his wife, it makes me feel uncomfortable that you're still having an ongoing relationship with a woman that you had naked pics with, that you used to sleep with, that you took her virginity, this married Christian woman. It makes me uncomfortable because you lied about it. He should be willing to do whatever he has to do to make you feel comfortable. And if that means ending the relationship, he should gladly sacrifice it. When you made your vows, they said forsaking all others. And by all others, he also meant the Helmies. Her too. Remind him of his vows. You said forsaking all others. That means her. You two lit the unity candle. She wasn't there with a candle in her hand. You know what? I'm not gonna get mad at her. Girl. This one got me heated, okay? So, excuse me being super duper crunk, but hopefully the writer of the letter still gets the central message that I'm trying to convey. I think that there's more to it than this, this whole, that happened in the past. Nah. It happened in the past, but you lying to me in the present. So, I can't trust that. I don't trust him, and I'm not sure that you should either. I would ask, if it were me, I would ask that God to give me more clarity. Show me everything that I'm not seeing. Show me everything that he's not revealing to me. Show me if I'm really his first choice, if I'm the love of his life, if he's regretting marrying me, if he's having second thoughts, if he really still has love for her. Is he torn? Does he love us both? I don't have those answers, but God can reveal that and more to you. But you have to, don't pursue me and ask me for my opinion. Ask God. It amazes me when I watch people tell everybody who want advice from everybody. You ask mama, you ask daddy, you ask your best friend, you ask everybody, but you never run it past God. You talk about give you good advice? There's somebody way better at it than the bronze goddess. Ask God what he thinks. He is the all-knowing, all-seeing. That's why he's omniscient. He can tell you what you don't see, what isn't being said. He can drop something in your spirit. He can have you be at the right place at the right time to see everything that you need to know. Stop asking me, ask God. Ask yourself. You know the answers. Anyway, there is no way you could ever convince me that you don't know something's wrong here. You are too smart. But I feel like you're being a little bit cocky, and I'm being real. You're talking about how much she don't have on you. She has his attention. She don't have to be cute to have that. She has his attention. And she has him willing to lie to you to pursue that relationship. So don't worry about how she look. Okay, you know what? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time, later, divas and dude.